This is Advancing Your Business, Your People, and Your Legacy podcast, where we will discuss all things that impact the growth, value, and sustainability of privately held businesses. This podcast is produced by the Rawls Group Business Succession Planners, and I am Kendall Rawls, your moderator. Today I'm joined by Champ Rawls, a partner of the Rawls Group, and Gina Miller, who is a partner with Bennett Thrasher in their Dispute, Valuation, and Forensics department. Today we're going to talk about value. Depending upon one's perspective, value can take on many different meanings. Banks, IRS, Wall Street, valuation specialists, business owners, vendors, strategic relationships, such as franchisors or manufacturers, all view value differently. And depending upon one's reasoning for determining value, one's approach view could change, such as buying, selling, transferring stock, etc. Champ, so when talking about financial independence and when you're interacting with a business owner who's in the keep or sell debacle or just question, what sort of guidance can you give someone when, in terms of the benefit of transition from long-term cash flow or the benefit of a sell from long-term cash flow?
I think that the best answer to that question is to first sit down and actually answer what we were talking about and define what are your financial requirement needs. And that is a whole nother podcast that we could go down to say, how do we do that? But I think in just the most broad perspective, understanding long-term where you need to be allows you to develop the steps to make a short-term plan today. And what do you need to do with your company, with your profits? I am all about reinvesting in a company, but I am also all about personal financial independence from a business because, as I had just said, you never know what's going to go on. And having that identified number plan separate impacts both your long-term planning and your short-term planning, because I think in succession planning, and I think Gina can even speak to this when she's looking at the leadership, if a CEO who is transitioning or selling or whatever is the only person who has the special sauce, they have held on for so long because they have no other retirement than that business, I would think that that's going to get a lesser of a multiple when you're trying to value business because that's the only person who knows how to do it. And our contention is if you have an independent financial retirement plan, if you have a pot of gold, you are less likely to hold on to the reins of how that business is run than if everything is just reinvested back into that company.
I agree, Champ. I think that, that having all your eggs in one basket is a lot of risk, and especially as you're approaching retirement, any financial planner would tell you to diversify. And so even though that you believe that investing in your own business is going to give you the biggest returns, the risk is there that you could lose a significant portion of it as well.